It sounds like he just murdered Spyro. Oh, and it's from Rixer. I mean, that's a pretty cool title. Sounds more like a threat or something, like I'm looking for a felon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks, Resub Reaver.
I'll admit it, glitch hunters are underappreciated. Every time a new record is set, a barrier has been broken, a lot of the time we cherish the players that broke through and pushed for the amazing feats. But in the background, there are tons of brainiacs in each respective community, working together in finding new tricks, optimizations, and sometimes coming up with a full reroute for an entire game. Without the creative minds of our communities, certain time barriers would not have been possible. Today, I want to shed light on one of speedrunning's most low-key, underappreciated glitch hunters. While glitch hunting is what the man in question is mainly known for, he's still a respectable runner and multi-time world record holder in his own right. He is somebody that just lets his discoveries and videos speak for themselves. Somebody that has saved multiple minutes in a plethora of games. Somebody with an eye for breakthroughs.
Elon Musk.
This is the story and legacy of Tuval.
Nice, fuck yeah. Second best. Thanks for the Bits Riot. The guy who stole $1.4 billion with a screwdriver. That sounds fucking awesome.
Let's take it back to 2013. Around this time, a young man from the UK, our hero, Tuval, was getting into speedrunning. His primary speed game of choice was Spyro the Dragon for the PlayStation. He mainly started out with any percent and highlighted all of his PBs on his Twitch page, but later down the line he would pick up the 120% category where he would set his first world record. It was at this moment that he started uploading his runs to YouTube since he probably figured it was a better place to archive his stuff. He would lower his own 120% record multiple times from a 141 down to a 135. His movement and knowledge of the game was very apparent in these runs, and it was very clear that Tuval had a good grasp of how the game
Spyro
worked.
runs are pretty fucking
early
tough.
On in his career, he started experimenting.
I
with
myself
tricks
also
that
have
would
a
help
run
save
in
time
Spyro E
and
the D.
120% for Spyro. He would upload various
it was
videos
like
to his
4
YouTube channel
minutes.
of neat optimizations, such as a damage boost from a bird in
Resub
Dry
Infinite.
Canyon, or a proxy off of the TNT barrel enemy in North Cove to skip the entire level. He would also propose new routes for certain levels, such as an early kill on the plane in Nasty's loot, granting you the key early, which would be useful for the 120% category. He also uploaded a video of a proposed alternate route for Dry Canyon in any percent. All of these smaller discoveries would just be the warm-up for Tuval, as his experience and knowledge was shining through, ultimately culminating in his first major discovery.
He better find a way to fucking glitch through everything, warp to the end. I think this gets down to like sub 10 minutes, doesn't it? I could be thinking of the wrong Spyro though. I think there's two of them that are sub 10 minutes.
The game works first,
one's Enter the Dragon and one's something else.
This knowledge is somewhat transferable between all of the PS1 Spyro games, so keep all of what I'm about to say in mind. In Spyro the Dragon, there are 6 worlds you have to traverse through. In order to get to the next world, you have to meet a specific requirement from the balloonist of each respective world. Sometimes it's needing to have freed a certain amount of dragons, other times it's gems or dragon eggs. The standard procedure of progressing through the game for Homeworlds 1 through 5 is collecting stuff. Homeworld 6, or Nasty's World, works a bit different from the other Homeworlds in that you can't just run around freely and enter whichever level you want. You are forced to reach the end portal of North Cove in order to unlock the next level. The way the level unlocks is linked to the big dragon heads in the homeworld. The mouth of the orange dragon will open once North Cove is complete. This leads into Twilight Harbor, and once that is complete, the mouth to the final boss, Nasty Nork, opens up as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's this one that gets the sub 10 minutes.
The last green dragon head is Nasty's Loot, a bonus level needed for the full 120% completion. So yeah, the objective is simple. Go through the levels, collect dragons, gems, and eggs until you reach Nasty's world, beat the 3 required levels there, and the game is complete.
F-Zero GX is still active.
On August 6th, 2013,
Tuval
uploaded a video titled Nasty Nork Early. This showcased a video of Tuval reaching the Nasty Nork portal entrance by going through the top of the mouth.
Wait, can you use save states in this run?
Charge jump into a regular jump.
Oh wait, this isn't the run. He's just showing it off.
This was only possible on the European.
I was about to just disqualify this man's run.
A couple of units higher. This, however, was later performed on the American NTSC U version as well. This skipped the need to play through Twilight Harbor to open the dragon head to Nasty Nork, which saved around 50 seconds in any percent. To quote Tuval, "To make sure I wouldn't be wasting my time trying to do something impossible, I used a cheat program that let me moonjump.
Fuck,
I used this to check
he's a
if
felon.
anything in the hub lacked collision, giving potential to a possible skip. As luck would have it, the dragon head encasing the nasty Nork portal lacked collision on top, unlike the other two dragon heads which were completely solid. After making this discovery, I was more determined than ever to find a way in.
Thanks to resub, holy moly.
Tuval would follow his amazing discovery up 2 months later on October 16th, 2013, with another video. This one titled Skipping Delbin, Nork Cove, and Twilight Harbor. Delbin refers to the dragon you rescue at the center of the homeworld. This shows Tuval doing a rat proxy to get on top of the Nork Cove portal, where you can then glide into Nasty Nork. This is unfortunately not viable for RTA, the proxy is simply too precise, but still an amazing find by Tuval, proving his
Sounds like they don't have real gamers
really
yet.
Many options.
Where's Shockster when we need him?
Tuval said that these two discoveries was the inspiration to look for more now that he knew he was capable of finding
He's a
them.
tier 1 Leo.
And oh, how
Like a
right he
subelectric.
was, because he would go on a complete rampage from here on out. Let's jump forward to the third Spyro game, Year of the Dragon, where Tuval's next big discovery would take place.
Alright, I'll look at this real quick and then go back. This has caught my attention.
Good afternoon. I'll admit it, glitch hunters are underappreciated.
The only esport played on Game Boy Advance. I used to fucking love this game. I played it myself, actually. A classic. I'll look at it in a little bit. I want to finish this one.
In order to beat this game,
orders.
you need to collect dragon eggs. To move from world to world, you need to collect the final dragon egg from each level, where a resident of that world will help you with the air balloon to reach the world's boss. You do this 3 times until you get to the 4th and final world, where the final boss, the sorceress, all of a sudden has a 100 egg requirement on the door. So you can't exactly just go to each level, go to the end, get the 1 egg, and leave. That would leave you severely under your required amount. So the speedrun consisted of getting the fastest 100 eggs, then going to the sorceress. It was Tuval's quest for glory to skip this 100 egg requirement barrier for the final boss fight.
Watch
It was
lady
already known for
breastfeeds
a while
cat
that
on
you
a
could
plane.
get on top of these
I already know about that
castle
story.
walls by doing something called a helmet proxy. By walking under the gladiator helmet that houses the desert ruins
summoning
portal,
salt, fuck
Spyro
yeah.
can be launched backwards up the
Love
wall
your
with a
content.
ton of speed.
Literally seen
This
every
is
single
because
video.
The game assumes Spyro to be stuck
Keep
under
up the
the
great
helmet,
work.
thus trying to fling him out of there. A clever softlock prevention mechanism that speedrunners took advantage of. Once you have enough height, you can reach the castle walls. This was first showcased in a 2013 highlight from runner T-Smart.
Semi-flying, damn it. What the fuck?
Let's go.
What was that?
Thanks a Prime Sour
I thought I
Oreo.
was doing like a extended super slide.
Tuval felt that T-Smart didn't really explore around the area very much, so he went to work. He got a helmet proxy onto the castle walls, and, well,
That's good to hear,
I'll
Colt.
just let this speak for itself.
I'm happy to hear that. That audio quality, it was 2013. Everyone was using dog shit. I wouldn't be surprised if he was recording this with a Dazzle Platinum.
On November 18th, 2013, the long-sought-after Sorceress Skip was found by Tuval. A no-joke 28-minute time saver in any percent.
Oh.
The loading zone, for whatever reason, extends extremely far up above the portal, so if you can simply be right above the coordinates where the trigger is, you go into the boss. The current world record by Jeremy Thompson only collects 20 Dragon Eggs to complete the game with Sorceress Skip.
Yeah, we finished The
at
Hobbit.
23:58.
Oh, hold on.
The skip
Real quick, if you're still here, Summoning Salt, you should definitely check this out. I feel like this would be something you'd like. This video was a fucking masterpiece, man. 2 hours and 41 minutes of bliss. Yeah, so if you ever just have 2 hours you want to kill and you don't feel like seeing the new Matrix movie, check this bad boy out.
skip was so influential and so game-changing that a 100 egg category was created on speedrun.com that doesn't allow the use of this glitch.
Hey, the
This
reset
often
PH.
becomes the case for mini
Thank you,
games
Sub
once
Colt.
the any percent category becomes so short you hardly play the game at all. Tuval was really on fire around this time. He found a level skip for the first Spyro game, and a massive sequence break for the third game. Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, was sweating intensely. After the stunning work he had done on the other two titles,
I tried speedrunning Ripto's
Spyro
Rage.
2 had something coming as well.
It's just too much for my
Tuval set
fucking
his
old
sights on what
reflexes.
many believed was
Everything in
an impossible
Spyro is
task.
pretty precise,
Gulp skip.
and I'm not good at it. I was talking about the Hobbit video we were watching. The history of the Hobbit speedrun.
In Spyro 2, the collectibles you need to beat the game are much simpler. 3 homeworlds with 3 big bosses. You need 6 talismans to get into Crush,
Thanks, Risa,
14
dog.
talismans to enter Gulp, and for the final boss Ripto, you need 40 of the 64 available orbs. A swim and air glitch in the 3rd homeworld was found quite early. This bypasses the 40 orbs for Ripto. A skip
God,
into Crush
Spyro
was
glitches
also
are good.
found, which bypassed the need of the first homeworld's 6 talismans. But the issue was Gulp. There was not even a close to conceivable method of skipping into Gulp. The boss loading trigger is a huge pit sealed away by a wooden door. Skipping into Crush is also pointless since you need all 14 talismans for Gulp, and 6 of them are located in the first homeworld. The second homeworld, Autumn Plains, is where Gulp's overlook is located, and getting in was going to be tough.
Not for Tuval, though, I'll tell you what. That man's gonna come here and just drop his dick on it. No doubt. The music is awfully
This
somber.
castle,
Is
I tell
Tuval
you,
dead?
is so well made compared to many other parts of the game. It's so huge, yet there are practically no holes, swim and air glitches, proxies, or anything really. I actually remember around 2011-2012 trying to look for Gulp Skip myself. I wasn't even speedrunning properly at the time, but I remember being completely stumped right away in my progress. I was hanging around a community who are more on the casual speedrunning side, with some occasional glitch hunting here and there. But even way back then, the word was still thrown around that Gulp Skip might be possible if you can reach the loading trigger, but reaching the loading trigger might be impossible. In literal years, nobody had managed to find anything resembling an out of bounds in Autumn Plains, so it seemed almost hopeless. I kid you not, 8 days after finding Sorcerer's Skip, Tuval had done it.
Nice. Let's go, Tuval. Thanks,
He
Resub.
found a way
You don't
into
like
Gulp
Mike?
early. He demonstrated his method with a 20-minute long highlight on his Twitch. I will shorten the footage down a lot, but I really want you to see this skip. It's just cosmic brain levels of creative.
So, I was trying to show you from the beginning actually. Basically involves this broken wall
I
here,
love the audio quality.
and you have to go to it from the other side.
Sounds just like a radio
So stay
malfunctioning.
here in case I fall. Now this is really hard. I'm not sure if I can show this again quickly. Wait, I'll just show you the position you end. You end up in this position, and then from here you can sort of you have to move even more, sort of not inbounds, but even more to the right.
So it's a tight
You
wiggle.
end up in this position like that if you do it right. And I'm not even sure how I got in this position, but I ended up here.
How do you feel about the lack of
Nice.
Beautiful Joe speedrunners? I can't imagine that's a good speedrun
I made
game.
it like that. I'm past the wall now. I'm past the broken wall, but I'm out of bounds, sort of halfway. Wait, I'll show you the end of the skip. Like, I'll save state here. I'll show you the end. Like, so eventually you get like here, and you can just spam X, and hopefully get out of bounds. Just going to go.
Not bad!
One funny thing about all 3 skips that Tuval found, they're all relatively big notable run killers for the speedruns. Gulp Skip being no exception. People have gotten a lot better at it over the years, so it's not too difficult to perform, but doing it fast is the issue. The run now for Spyro 2 was essentially a boss rush. Once again, a category split was made once Gulp Skip was found, now with any percent and 14 talisman. If we jump
Yeah, like I
forward
said,
to
I
March
tried
of
to run this game.
2014,
It's really
Tuval would
hard.
start
It's
competing for the
really
world record
fucking
in
hard.
Spyro 2's any percent category, and would eventually be the first person to nail a sub 11, and then eventually the world's first sub 10 with
Did
a
it
run
actually?
of
Did I ever? I actually don't think I ever finished it. Let me see. Yeah, I only did E to D. This was a fun one, though, because there's only one glitch you do, and you'll see it right here probably in this preview. Never mind, it cuts off. All you do is once the game starts, you run over to... I'll just show you. I love rain. This is about the limit of my talent. You just run over here, and you just clip to the final boss. This is about where I can live in Spyro speedrunning. That's about where my skill dissipates. I can press 2 buttons in the right spot. Ripto's Rage was too much for me. I thought maybe I'd finished it at some point, but I guess not.
941. The run garnered a lot of praise and decent views on YouTube. A huge barrier break like this is something we would have never seen coming just a couple of months ago. This run has the remarkable waterfall proxy to get into Ripto at the very end of the run. This skip is substantially more difficult than Gulp Skip to perform, but saves a huge chunk of time. Tuval essentially created the end of the road for Spyro 2 with the discovery of Gulp Skip. Today, the world record sits at 7:54 by Spora. 7 minutes is actually mind-blowing for a PS1 game. Tuval would do a full rotation back to his roots with the first Spyro game, to explore a skip that was considered theoretically possible and would save around 3 to 4 minutes in the 120% category. You need every gem, dragon, and dragon egg in the game in order to achieve the maximum 20%, and normally the final boss is just the
probably more than one Moxie in the world, I would guess.
But the boss drops 4 purple gems that count as 25 each. So normally, you kill the boss, and as he drops to the ground, the gems fly towards Spyro as he taunts Nasty Nork. The game fades out, and the final cutscene plays out. It is possible to die in the lava or in the out-of-bounds area next to Nasty Nork, but you need to be alive long enough for all the gems to be obtained. If you die too early, you won't get all the gems, and if you're still alive by the time the fade out approaches, the cutscene will play. So of course, Tuval set out to find a way. Cutscene will play. So of course, Tuval set out to find a way. Nearly another week after finding Gulp Skip. To say that he was on fire is now a severe understatement at this point.
40 views.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Is that it? Was that it?
Tuval once again did another proxy jump by gliding into Nasty Nork's body at the right time, and at the precise moment he got flung back, flamed to hit Nasty as he flies away. The launch was just right to give him all the gems and skip the final cutscene and the credits sequence. The clip you just saw was the first time it was ever performed, but this method of doing it has since been obsoleted. The new and consistent way involves getting a proxy still off of Nasty Nork, to go out of bounds, gliding a full 180, and then barely scraping below the lava to hit Nasty Nork, and then flying into the part where you came from into the lava. Once you hit Nasty Nork, you lose control of Spyro, so your angle has to be just right to hit the lava at the correct moment. Just like that, Tuval skipped the need for watching the credits at the end of the game, usually taking several minutes. 4 massive skips.
The credits are a several minute time loss?
Earth-shattering changes to how the Spyro games were ran. He left his mark in history, but what he would go on to find after his Spyro discoveries is something I don't think anybody could have seen coming. Tuval would shift his focus away from Spyro to pursue probably the most sought-out after skip in any game around 2014. I'm talking about Gelato Beach Skip in Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, so he wasn't just a Spyro guy. Oh, he went all the way to Super Mario Sunshine. Where does he stop?
It's a bit different from the other levels in that the 8th
Did he find that Wind Waker skip with the 1,000-year or the
tube? If you could just get into this glass tube somehow and collect the shine, you would unlock episodes 1 through 7 of Gelato Beach. This means you can select the 7th episode, Beach Shadow Mario, and that's all you would have to do for this level. This would cut out episodes 1 through 6, which are all more or less boring auto-scrollers. So it was crazy when we all woke up one morning and saw this.
Then one day, along comes the Spyro speedrunner. That's right, the long sought-after Gelato Beach Skip, or GBS, was found on February 21st,
I can't believe that's 7 years ago.
Who doesn't even run SMS. This just goes to show that sometimes having a fresh pair of eyes is exactly what you need to solve a problem, and if he or she is already a talented glitch hunter, that also helps.
SMS was and still is one of my favorite games to watch. In any percent, Gelato Beach was a generally disliked stage due to the annoying mirror shine and the Sandbird autoscroller, so most people wouldn't miss it if it was bypassed. I had known about Gelato Beach skip theoretically being possible to skip for a while, but I thought that given how popular a speed game it is, many people would have tried and failed to find a way to skip it, and I'd bring nothing new to the table. However, after finding major skips in the Spyro games, I had more confidence in my abilities to glitch hunt, and I finally gave it a look. I think I spent 2 or 3 solid days looking for GBS. Most of that time was spent on unsuccessful attempts trying to clip through the glass.
GBS also stands for Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Once I had the idea to use the coconut, it didn't take me long at all before I managed to actually clip
when you get like a flu shot, it's a potential side effect.
Grabbing the edge of the roof and centering the camera
Just a little fun trivia fact, I guess.
So Mario wouldn't get pushed to the side as he ran into the coconut. As soon as I found it, I uploaded a vid to YouTube and posted it to a Spyro speedrunning Skype group. Jumpyloft then sent it to Samurai Man on Twitter for me because I didn't have Twitter at the time. To this day, this moment is still the highlight of my speedrunning career.
It also stands for great ball sucking. That is also true. Good point. Good point.
And rightfully so, the skip was met with universal praise from runners of SMS, but also from viewers and top runners of other speedrun communities. The skip would total in a 10-minute time save for any percent, and would skip the most boring world in the run. Okay, quick little fun story I thought I'd go into regarding another skip Tuval found. Around the same time Gelato Beach skip was found, Tuval also found a 50-second time saver in Spyro Answer the Dragonfly, which is a notoriously disliked and buggy game. The any percent category was already only 2 minutes long and consisted of going to a different
I did this one.
And then you fly into the final boss.
No, it was even easier. Oh, he found it?
Head bash through the floor.
I used that.
Zone.
I did that.
I'm actually serious. Look how long it takes from gaining control of Spyro to entering the final
Let's
boss.
go. I bet he gets it first try. It took me 2. Man, I'm such a bitch. I should just rerun that game.
It's a joke. Tuval finished this run you're currently watching with a new world record time of 1 minute and 9 seconds. This game sucks. Don't play it.
Hey, what the fuck?
Years would go by.
You're talking to a top 50 Into the Dragonfly speedrunner right here.
Optimizations he found in various games, such as Super Mario Odyssey and the new Link's Awakening remake on his 2 Twitter accounts @Tuval_ and @2vault. He would go on to find a pretty big glitch in the Link's Awakening remake that allows you to walk on 1 tile higher than Link's height. This was first showcased in a clip on his Twitter, where by killing Link mid-jump and getting his dead body pushed by an attacking fox, he landed on the sign where afterwards he got revived by medicine. Another runner used Tuval's discovery to find out that this could be used to enter the 4th dungeon early. Tuval also found what is known as a like launch, which is where a chicken is used to redirect the direction Link is thrown after being spat out by a like. The height from this is enough to get on top of the trees and is used early in the run to enter the 2nd dungeon without needing to rescue Bow Wow, saving around a minute. Tuval claims that there is also one really big sequence break out there that would break Link's Awakening like no other. The current GBS of Link's Awakening is Early Rooster. The Rooster has been the source of so many late game skips and glitches that accessing it as early as before D3 would break the game open even more. All the pieces of the puzzle for Early Rooster has been solved except one, actually getting into the Rooster Cave without needing the level 2 bracelet to move the statue blocking the stairs. Please go ahead and drop Tuval a follow on his Twitter pages. With what we've seen today, he could just drop Early Rooster on us tomorrow. Or perhaps another major sequence break. Time will tell what's next up his sleeve. So, I'll end the video on this. Perhaps the most crazy story of all. Let's go back a bit in the video, where I talked about a particular rat proxy in Spyro 1 that allows you to skip both Nork Cove and Twilight Harbor. Well, 2 months after finding Gelato Beach skip in SMS, Tuval found an alternate way to enter Nasty Nork early without completing Nork Cove or Twilight Harbor first. This would widely be known in the community as Coveless, and is insanely hard. So hard, in fact, that the current world record doesn't do it.
Oh.
As mentioned before, Tuval is also a very good speedrunner, and was a top-level player in Spyro 1 for a while. In 2016, Tuval wanted to come back to Spyro 1 to compete for the record. He started up another attempt just as usual. It was a pretty average run with some minor time losses in the first 2 worlds. In World 3 he was ahead by a tiny amount, but the run crumbled by the 4th and 5th world, being behind by half a minute.
They do
he
rat
was
proxy now.
simply too far
Do they?
behind, so pretty much everyone thought the run was dead, except for one drunk individual in the chat. Entering Nasty's world, Tuval glances the chat.
Thanks, you said
Do
unoriginal.
Kovlis and BP. PB. Sorry, drunk. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know if Tuval had plans to go for it anyway, or if he really listened. But I assure you, I wasn't ready.
That would be the easiest Kovlis of his goddamn life.
What? Hello?
Free.
Okay.
Thanks to Prime Almighty.
Not like this.
Get excited! God damn it, Tuval, get wild. Fucking flip your table over or something. That's get crazy. Sometimes speedrunners just don't have enough hype.
Well then.
Now break something to celebrate.
Tuval pulled it all the way back, saving an insane amount of time with a first try Kovlis, resulting in a new world record by 4 seconds. This is the only time in existence
short, Colt.
that
Maybe
Kovlis
Outlast.
is in somebody's PB, and even after 4 years when this was first, still a top 3 time. A testament to Tuval's skill and understanding of the game.
Goddamn.
Maybe most importantly, clutch factor. I honestly thought Kovlis was going to become the standard to do in runs after this, but it seems that this run really was ahead of its time. If someone could nail a perfect run with Kovlis, 37 is out there surely. But as it stands right now, Tuval is the only person who has nailed it. Call it accident? I say it's fate. Well, that was the story of Tuval. He doesn't stream on Twitch or post to his Twitter that much anymore, but I'd still give him a follow for his contributions to all the games he's laid his hands on.
Good work, Tuval.
You might just witness a new discovery if you're lucky. You might also witness him doing attempts of something again. His streams were super cozy and very laid back. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe as there is more speedrun history and lore coming to this channel very soon. Thank you so much to my continued and new supporters
Nice.
over at
That was good.
Patreon. I
Yeah, I've
really
seen the skin
appreciate your
theory.
kindness even with the state of the world currently. If you want to support me, you can chip in $2 a month to get your name in my next video. But of course, no pressure. Just make sure you stay indoors and wash your hands. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be more coming soon.
Nice. People always ask how you find glitches. I mean, I don't know if you guys knew this, but back in 2008, 2009, I had my own glitching clan. We were chaotic glitchers, and I found a lot of glitches used in those games. Gears of War, Halo, and Call of Duty 4. I got my thoughts out of order, so I thought I'd name the games first, and then said I found a lot of glitches in those games, but I said that part first, so then the games, things just didn't flow properly there. But I found a lot of glitches back then. The way you find glitches is you just activate 100% of your brain. You have to fire every neuron. Like, a lot of people just, I don't know, I don't think they have what it takes, just not smart enough. But then some people are just born with a gift.